Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another East versus West 17 pre-event interview. I'm your host, Ryan Turner, and I have the privilege of sitting down with one of our elite athletes, a special guest, Yoshi Kanai. And before we get into things here, we're going to talk about training, obviously the big match against John Brzenk, the GOAT of arm wrestling. We're going to talk about his history, preparation, the whole 9 yards. A couple points of housekeeping first. If you haven't yet, the event is this Saturday. It is a stacked card. You do not want to miss it, and you can find a link to the pay-per-view in the description of this video, so make sure you check that out. Also, we are going to be giving away a signed strap, signed by Yoshi, to someone who likes, shares, and comments on this video. So support arm wrestling, do all those 3 things, and you could find yourself with a signed arm wrestling strap from Yoshi himself. With that out of the way, Yoshi, arigato gozaimasu. Texas, yokoso, welcome. How'd I do, Greg?
Perfect.
Perfect. All right. You don't even need you here, actually. Yoshi, I am very excited for this interview. Thank you for sitting down with us. I want to start with this. When you got the call that you were going to be pulling John Brzenk, how did that make you feel? What went through your mind?
金井さんはあの時ジョンのマッチを演技から電話はどう感じしましたか？
ジョンは私の先生だから、ジョンが OK、私も OK。
So, as soon as he got the call, all he thought in his mind was that John was his teacher, was his mentor. And if John's okay with it, he's completely okay with it as well.
I love that. And when is the last time you arm wrestled John Brzenk? How long has it been? And have you wanted this match for a long time?
以前ジョンのと試合しました。いつですか？
Maybe 9 years ago.
9 years ago.
9 years ago. And have you been wanting to pull him again?
あの時から今までジョンと試合したいですか？
正直に言うと、もうその9年前がファイナルだと思ってました。
So, at that time he was already retired. So in his mind he thought that was going to be the end of it.
Yep.
Yeah. So he did not expect this at all.
Yeah. But then you got the call first for Todd Hutchings. And how long were you training before that match? It went back and forth. Todd did come out on top. But how much preparation did you have for that match? And were you surprised at how well you did? You shocked a lot of people.
ハッチングスのマッチの前、どのくらいの時間がトレーニングしましたか？
トレーニングした時間？
そう。何ヶ月とか
2 weeks.
Oh, okay, so yeah, you heard him 2 weeks of training.
I caught that part. I can't believe that. So you still must have been arm wrestling in Japan casually, right? There's no way you came in after only 2 weeks after being retired. Did you just still train with your club or do any kind of weight training?
そんなに真面目じゃないのトレーニングはありましたか？
いや怪我で、ハッチングス試合決まってすぐオーガストでやったんだけど、すぐ怪我しちゃってできなかった。
So before that, he was doing like casual training, but in August, he pulled and got injured. So since August of that time, he did not do any training at all.
Okay.
Up till the 2 weeks before.
Gotcha. Thank you, Greg. And was he happy with his performance? Did he expect to do that well?
ハッチングスのマッチはどう感じしましたか？
すごい
嬉しい。
楽しかったです。
楽しかった。So he was very, very happy with that.
As he should be. How would you describe your arm wrestling style? What are your strengths? What would you say if you had to describe the way you pull? Obviously, a lot of side pressure. Do you like attacking the hand more? Are you comfortable in a hook? For the people meeting you for the first time, how would you describe yourself as an arm wrestler?
もし初めての他の人に話したとき、金井さんのスタイルのアームレスリングの仕方 はどう言いますか？
ディフェンス守ることがスタイル。
Okay. So he's more of a defensive style puller rather than an offensive style.
Yep. And so the longer the match goes on, the better you think your chances are. Okay. Love to hear that. You've had wars with John, some incredible matches for stretching decades now. What is it about John that gives you such a hard time? Why is he such a difficult opponent for you? What is it? Is it his hand? Everything? Talk to me about why you have such difficulty with John.
ジョンは何のところはの理由は花井さんはジョンと試合しとき、難しいですか？
ジョンはリストがベリーストロングでしょ、センターラインが。はい。だから長い戦いになると思います。
So he says that in the center table, because of John's strong wrist, he's able to take control. And as the match progresses, even though he has a strength in endurance and stamina, John is able to take that away because of the ability to take away the advantages that Yoshi has.
Okay. All right. So he puts Yoshi in uncomfortable positions, and it's hard to generate power from there. Yeah, that's what a lot of people new to the sport don't realize. It's not just about how strong you are, it's about how weak you can make your opponent. And John is a master at that. I want to talk about your current shape. You look great. You look extremely strong. But I didn't get to meet you back in perhaps your prime. How close are you to your best form right now?
今の金井さんと以前の一番強いの金井さんと比べて今どうですか？
まあ心も、ハートもここも体も今が一番強い。
So he believes that right now, inside his heart, inside his mind, inside every fiber of his body, he feels that right now he is the best he's ever been.
Ever? Wow. Okay. That's incredible. We are in for a show on Saturday. I love to hear that. Beautiful. That leads me to my next question. What advantages do you have over John? What are your win conditions in this match?
今ジョンと試合は予定は何ですか？
試合
計画。
まあスラップマッチでロングタイムね。
Okay, so basically he's saying that he's going to shoot for the straps and turn this into an endurance battle.
Okay, really?
Stamina battle.
Okay, and so does he think side pressure is going to be the key here? We saw that with Todd, Yoshi's ability to drive to the side. Is that how he sees this match ending? Is he going to take John's hand and hit in a similar fashion to as he did in the past?
この試合はサイドプレッシャーは必要ですか？
もう全てを使って、その試合が決まってから今日まで、試合決まって今日までやってきたことを全てを出して戦う。
So he says, no matter what, he is going to use whatever it takes, no matter what style, whatever form it might turn out to be on the day itself.
Okay, so he has options. You're comfortable in a hook, for example?
上手はいいですか？
上手、ジョン、ベリーグッド。
金井さんは
ベリーグッドだけど、多分ならないと思う。
Okay.
フックにならない。
He says that as much as he's good in a hook, he believes that John is better, so that's probably not plan A.
You don't have to worry about that, John. Okay. Press, have you been training your press? You might need that.
プレスはこれ。
それも場合によって、ケースバイケースで、プレス、バックプレッシャー、サイドプレッシャー。
Okay, so yeah, basically what he said before, it depends on the situation. He has options. He'll do whatever it takes.
Good. And you're going to need probably all of them against John. Very exciting. One of the things that keeps me so interested in this sport and what made me fall in love with it is different cultures, different parts of the world train differently. They have different approaches to arm wrestling. Bulgarians, for the most part, tons of table time. Over here in America, much more weight training focused. Can you tell me a little bit about your training, and is it a lot of time on the table, more on the weights, mix of the two, how frequently? Talk to me about how you got to this elite level.
世界中でいろんなトレーニングの仕方ですね。カナイさんはトレーニングはどうですか？
ジョン・ブルザンクにそのテーブルで強くなれと、
はい
25年前に教えてもらって、それをやってます。そうだと思う。
Okay, so he learned from John Brzenk long ago, before 2005, that table time is the most important thing, and that was what he took away from John. And since then, he has believed as well that table is the most important, so that's where he puts all his focus on, table training.
ウエイトトレーニングもしてるけどね。
He still does weight training. でも
一番はテーブル。
Yeah, he still believes that even despite doing weight training, table training is more important.
Okay. And whereabouts in Japan are you from?
今日本のどこから来ましたか？
兵庫県。
Hyogo Prefecture.
Okay. Do you have a club there you train with that you want to shout out?
兵庫のクラブがありますか？
自分で
自分で
持ってるチーム鉄腕。
Tetsuan. His team name is Tetsuan, which means iron arm.
Fitting. Fitting. Okay. Any up and comers from that club we should keep an eye out for, Yoshi?
鉄腕は誰かの強い方がありますか？
ジョンがアイアンアームだったでしょ。昔ニックネームアイアンアームだった。
そう、ジョンと、
アイアンアーム。
So, John, there's a guy named John, and his nickname
ironic.
is Iron Arm.
Wow. Okay. That's the face of the club over there. Awesome. How do you prepare for a match like this? Are you watching all the footage you can on John? Do you kind of take things a little bit easier and not worry too much about what John's up to currently and just focus on your training? Talk to me. I mean, you're going to be on the biggest stage in arm wrestling, East versus West, against, I would argue the biggest name in arm wrestling throughout history. How do you prepare for something like that? If you can, talk to me both about the physical training side of it, how much rest do you take? Were you training yesterday? Also the mental side of it. How do you get yourself ready mentally for this kind of caliber of a match?
この大きなマッチはもう準備はどうですか？体の準備と中の準備、心の準備とかそんなことはどうですか？
本当はね、ハッチングスがフィニッシュだった。本当はこのイーストウエスト。
はい。
でもジョン・ブルザンクどうですかって言われたから、
はい、
ここにやってきた。準備はもうすべて完璧、パーフェクト。すべてをやってきたことのすべてを相手に失礼のないように出す。土曜日は。
So after he was defeated by Todd Hutchings, he went back to the chalkboard, and now that his opponent is John Brzenk, he has been a more complete. He has done a more complete training for himself, both physically and mentally. もっと詳しく説明します。
自分の言葉でいいよ。
はい。
あなたの言葉で言ってくれたら今の。
はい。So he says that it's similar to the video I did for him, where I translated his interview in Japan. So he has done a lot of like sort of soul searching, looking inwards, a lot of reflection on past matches, but basically it's become a lot more well-rounded, both in the sense of physicality part and whatever you want to call it, spirituality part. He's become more complete in that sense.
Yeah.
And that's the difference from now compared to Todd Hutchings.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, I don't think people talk enough about the mental side of things. It's one thing to watch these matches on TV or know you have a match coming up, but as you walk on that stage in front of all those people, the lights on you, being strong mentally is a very big part of it. So it's fair to say you're stronger now than when you faced Hutchings. How much stronger would you say, if you could put a number on it?
今とハッチングスの 試合時と比べて
どっちが強い
どっちが強い今 100% あの時
まあ、ハッチングスの時より体重も5キロ増えてるし、その分のパーセンテージで言うたらやっぱり3割ぐらいは多分今の方が 30% 今の方が強い絶対に。
So because he's lost some weight since then, he feels like he's healthier now, up to maybe even 30% he feels.
30%
stronger.
That is amazing. So you'd even be open to running back a match against Todd Hutchings. You think you might be able to win that if you get through John.
ジョンを勝ちしたらもしジョンを勝つとしたら、ハッチングスと、試合、で勝ちますか？
そのつもりで来てるハッチングスとやるつもりでも今日はもう来てるから。
Yeah, he believes that if he in this shape can beat John, he would want a match with Hutchings, and he believes he can beat Hutchings.
Really? Yeah. So you think you can be the top dog? That's awesome. I love that. Do you think you're the underdog in this match?
金井さんは自分のアンダードッグ、他の人は金井さんを負けると思いますか？そんな感じしていますか？
他の人は
他の人の
考えが
考え、はい。
それは分からないけど自分は分かってる。
Okay, so he doesn't really know what other people are thinking about this, but he feels that he has got this.
Yeah, he's confident. What do you think the final score will be if you had to predict?
スコアは
何回やるんですかね
he's wondering how many matches is this? Is this best of 5?
Yeah. Should be
Okay,
best of, yeah, unless it's a title match. Best of 5.
3-0 か3-2か
3-2
Okay, he thinks it's going to be close. 3-2.
それは皆さんにお任せします。
It's actually gonna be 100 rounds. You're okay with that? Yeah, I just got word in from Engin. Yeah, 100 rounds. 10-second rest between rounds. Okay. No. Okay. So 3-2. Walk me through that. How does that go? Is it John Yoshi? How does that shake out in your mind?
この5回はどうですか？初めての
ファーストタイムが多分一番大事。もう多分それで決まると思う。後の流れがね。
Oh, okay. So he thinks that no matter what happens, the first match is going to decide what happens for the next 4 rounds.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think if he wins that, then probably he'll win like another 2 rounds somewhere in between.
Okay.
And, yeah, vice versa.
Can we get a little bit into the specifics of how he thinks round 1 is going to go? Does he expect to win the center of the table, left to right, or is he planning on getting a stop right above the pin pad? In his mind, if this goes exactly how he plans, what does round 1 look like in terms of the specifics?
1回は金井さんはどう思いますか？センターテーブル勝ちますか？
いや、ここでこうなって、まあ一応自分では2分見てる。
Wow. So he thinks he's gonna stop it right above the pad, and probably it's gonna be like a 2-minute long grinder. Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah. He's been preparing for something like that.
Okay. Yeah, well, we've seen it before. Oh, I hope that's exactly what happens. We're so excited. A change with this event is we're going straight into the ref's grip. So are you comfortable there? Does that help you? Does that hurt you? Do you not care? How do you feel about that?
今回は今すぐレフリーズグリップしますね。
そうですね。
ルールズどう思いますか？
最初から。
最初から。
OK。私好きだからそれが。
Oh, he loves it, so he's absolutely okay with it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I look forward to asking John that same question, see if he feels as good about it.
Very big hand だから握れない。
そうですね。Yeah.
Okay.
Because of his big thumb, it's really hard to grip up with John.
So it's true what they say. He's got a monster thumb. Really? Okay.
親指ですね。
Is it the hardest hand you've ever gripped up with, just on the size?
ジョンは一番難しいな相手ですかサイズとして。
サイズもでっかいし、あの人ベリーストロングハートだから。
yeah. So yeah, it doesn't matter. He has a big hand, but he has a big heart. Yeah.
I love it. I can't think of a better way to wrap this up.
何回もやってるから分かってる。
He said, yeah, I've been through it 1,000 times before.
Yep.
So it doesn't really matter.
Good. All right, you heard it. Big thumb versus big heart on Saturday. We love it. Yoshi, thank you so much. Arigato. Greg, arigato. If you can you just leave a message for John? I am sure he's going to watch this.
何かメッセージをジョンへ。
ジョンへ、すごいいつも尊敬してます。リスペクトをしてる。今回はイースト vs ウエストで対戦できることを本当に光栄に思っています。当日よろしくお願いします。
So John, he has always respected you to the highest degree. This time for East vs West, I hope that you can feel that respect from me. And we're going to do our best and wish you best of luck on East vs West 17.
Thank you. And everyone, that's going to wrap up the interview. Remember, the link for the pay-per-view is in the description. Do not miss it. This is a legendary match. This is your chance to catch it live. John Brzenk, Yoshi Kanai. I almost can't believe I'm even saying this out loud. It's really happening here in Texas on Saturday. Get that pay-per-view link. And remember, like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment. And you could be the lucky winner of a signed strap by Yoshi himself. Yoshi, Greg, arigato.
Thank you very much.
See you, everyone.